Hey everybody, this is Craig from 9 Volt Games, and today I'm going to do a list, my top 5 favorite songs in gaming, and 4 of them are actually themes, one of them is not, but, actually no, 3 are themes, one's not. Now, I was driving into work today, I was listening to Deftones' White Pony, which I listened to in high school, that came out, 9th grade, yeah. If you've never heard White Pony before, you should listen to it, but it just made me realize that music used to be an extremely important part of my life, especially around the era of transition of PS1 to PS2, because I was in a lot of different bands. I was really hardcore playing instruments. So when I looked for games back then, and as much as I do it now, but that's where it started, I really started to pick games like RPGs and stuff that had really good music, because pretty much any JRPG is playable with a really good soundtrack, because, you know, back in the day, you're smoking some weed and you're fucking grinding out for 60 hours, getting experience, and it's really nice to have a good soundtrack with it. Otherwise, you got to use your own custom music, and who wants to listen to fucking thrash metal or hardcore gangster rap? Well, you're grinding for XP. No, you want to hear some epic, heroic battle music. So, obviously, the first one, I'm going to start off with the Sega Genesis game. I thought it was something different, but I've sat down. I've had these 5 for a while. And some I've interchanged with different levels or different areas of the games, but they've all remained the same games. I used to have a list of top 5 up at on the old website, the old website. It was actually a written one, and I put YouTube links to all the songs. What's hard about that, though, is because you go back and you listen or you hear a song when you replay a game, and you go, oh my god, this one's my favorite. No, this one's my favorite. And I do that a lot. So what I did is I sat upstairs for like the last hour and I listened to each one of these songs, and I verified that I still get goosebumps from them. And these are indeed my top 5 favorite songs in games. So, without further ado, I got my surround sound on, so I don't know how the sound is going to be, but obviously I'll talk a little bit. It's going to be very loud for me, not loud for you, so it's going to be hard to talk over. So if I start yelling, that's why. But first song comes from Sparkster. Rocket Knight Adventures, not the Super Nintendo one. Where's my Sparkster? I was supposed to have the games out to show you. Yeah, so, Sparkster, my favorite Sega Genesis game of all time. Obviously, it's going to have my favorite music. That's really part of the reason I love it so much. And this tune, even though Sparkster is not even close to the first game I ever played, it feels like it defines my childhood every time I listen to it. So, take a listen. I just love the 90s style tone of this, and then when it breaks into the next part, ready? Build up. I love this song so much. And you know what's the best part? Is I didn't know it now, but it was foretelling that I was going to like this, because Akira made this. Yes, Akira from Silent Hill fame. Akira Yabba 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 He fucking made this back in the day. Like, this is one of his first gigs, was making Sparkster music. So I think it's funny that this is one of my favorite songs of all time. Little did I know, this guy was going to become one of my idols later on in life for the music that he makes. So, I would say that makes me appreciate it more, but the fact that I've had this on CDs and MP3 players from pretty much when I could burn CDs up, when Winamx was popular. Yeah, man, I went crazy. Like, I don't know, I love this so much. It's just pretty much the same loop, repeating, but it's very catchy, and every song in this whole game is awesome. So, you can't really go wrong with any song from it, but this is just the first level, so it's the first thing you hear, and it's truly amazing. Alright, what do I got next? This is a classic, ladies and gents. This is a classic right here. And like I said, you want a heroic RPG music, but sometimes you don't want heroic music in the opening. Now, Final Fantasy, and this is from Final Fantasy X, this is To Xanarkand, is one of my favorites, because when I always tell people I bounce from 8 and 10 of which one's my favorite, just for the sole purpose of the music and the delivery of lines, you know, for the story, it's 10. And the 10's music just always matched the mood perfectly, where I feel like the opener was like some fucked up reject song from the opener to Final Fantasy VIII. It was like a trash song from 7 that they didn't use. That's what I felt like the opener was. Whereas the other music in the game was amazing. 10's music was amazing all the way through. And To Xanarkand is the first thing you hear, and then obviously it goes into the menu music. But the first thing you hear is this tune right here. I got it from YouTube and fucking and it sets the tone of what this story is about. You know what I mean? I especially like the voiceover when Titus comes out and he goes, "Listen to my story. This could be our last chance." Like, I fell in love with the piano pretty much when Final Fantasy X came out, and piano obviously led into keyboards. So I can't play piano like Beast, but I can play a lot of songs thanks to music like this. I went back and learned a lot of Zelda songs on it too. So I guess I could say that this, at the time that it came out, propelled me forward into, further into my music. But this, man, I don't know. It gets me every time. Like, when I go see Video Games Live, one of the songs on here is what I'm looking forward to the most. I wish they played this one. I know they didn't play that fucking Sephiroth song. And the Sephiroth theme is good, but I really wish I'm wearing a hood because my hair is terrible. I really wish they would play this. I don't know. I feel like you get a really good reaction. I do believe Justin had this somewhere in his wedding, by the way. But this version is really good. Fuck was that? I stole this, so that's why. This version's really good. The end version is really, really good. And I actually showed that in my past video, so I'll move on from that. Hey, that's number 1. Alright? Here you go. I'll save that number 2. This one's number 3. Sonic 3 / Sonic & Knuckles final boss theme is my favorite boss theme of all time. It is my favorite boss theme of all time. I know, this was a hard toss-up, because this alternated on my list last time. I ended up putting these 2 in. Dr. Wily's Castle Stage 2 in Mega Man 2. I consider that a boss theme, just because every level in Mega Man's a boss. It's hard. But this always wins out. I don't know why. And I think it's just maybe because Mega Man's overplayed, and I feel like this one is underplayed. And I've really been pimping out the same guy over and over about this, but there's a man who made an orchestrated version of the Sonic 3 boss theme, and it is so epic. I'm going to play it for you right now. I love it. Because it's not too far from the original song, but it's got that extra oomph in it that makes it like, you never get so pumped to fight a boss as much as you do when you're playing this music. These are all the themes that all the names from YouTube, so everyone you see on here is what you can just go look up on YouTube to find it. Well, here. Let's get some bass in this bitch. Oh. It's an eargasm, bro. It's an eargasm. There's also an alien version of this. It's come from Zalian. He does Zalian does the theme to this, and it is also truly amazing. But this one wins out. But make sure you check out Zalian's version of that, too. I actually was going to do this video before, and Zalian's won by, like, 1 goosebump. I don't know. But this one is distinctively the best one for me. Ah. Where's my Sonic 3? Let's all beat the shit. And also this. Because it was all just recycled everything. Okay. Whew, that got me all excited, huh? Silent Hill 1 theme. Now, obviously everybody knows that Silent Hill 2 is my favorite. And I do like the Silent Hill 2 theme. I got so excited from the last song that I need some drinks. That is old. That's from Pod 9 last week. Yes, water can taste old. So Silent Hill 2 is my favorite, hands down. It's hard to pick one song from that entire soundtrack. Every song is equally as good and plays as an important part. Silent Hill The Room had an amazing opening song. Room of Angel, I absolutely love that song. But the fact is, Silent Hill 1, when I heard it, I hated it. I hated the theme of Silent Hill 1. I thought the guitar was obnoxious. I could not stand it. I wanted to find the person who made it, Akira, and I wanted to snap his neck. Because every time I put it in, I was like, skip, hate this fucking song. It's obnoxious. It's like needles on a chalkboard. No, it's like needles in your eyeballs. It's terrible. In your earballs. And then, I don't know what happened, man. This song just really grew on me. And it's to the point where it's in, like, every one of my burnt CDs. I'll listen to it at nighttime while, like, I'm resting my eyes and I'll end up falling asleep. And it's not even a song you should be falling asleep to. It's, like, gets your heart racing. And the fact that a song can grow on me because I'm like a Catholic with my songs, okay? Like, with my music. You can't even introduce something new to me most of the time because I'm just like, you're wrong, like a Catholic. No, you're not. You're wrong. Look at this is my CD stack Bible. It's automatically right. Get out of here. My music gods will throw you down. But I don't know why, man. This song just like cracked right into me, and it's just like I'm here to stay. But now all that horrible like feelings I had towards the song, and then it broke in is like. Silent Hill grew on me, and Silent Hill 1, the actual game, grew on me because I was a real big Resident Evil fan, and I flip-flopped after Silent Hill 1, so it was kind of like, the song kind of represents my transition from going from Resident Evil, I'm looking at the games right now, going from Resident Evil into Silent Hill, becoming my favorite survival horror franchise. That's really what it is, very representative of that, but this... And what I like about this is you listen really close. At the end of the song, you can hear a girl crying, and it creeps you the fuck out every single time. Let me get right to the part that I like. It's the breakdown from this back into the original. It's like so... you gotta watch the video that's with it, when the beginning video to Silent Hill, when Harry's driving, because it's the point right where he's about to get into the accident, and you know what's gonna happen, and the music tenses up. Right after this. I love it. I love the transitions. It's so like... It's after... James Bond music. That's what I would call it. Right around there, you can do it. The girl's crying. Oh, I love that theme because no like other theme to me. The more you listen to it, the more like I break things down when it comes to music. I break it down and think of it in my own way. This song is actually hugely representative about what the game is, like what Silent Hill is. In the beginning, it starts off, it's all erratic, like I said, like I fucking hated the guitar, because that's what happens. Harry gets in a car accident and loses his daughter. Like, boom, it's erratic, the situation's fucked. And then it starts going, like, soothing, like he's getting subtle hints, but it's still got that weird tension to it. And then it goes weird with the James Bond style thing, and then there's that whole segment of the game where Harry keeps falling asleep and waking up, and falling asleep and waking up in the other world, waking up in the normal world, and shit's just going crazy like in that. Like, it's totally unnecessary to put that James Bond style theme in that part, but they do it anyways. And then near the end, once you get out and you're back in the nightmare and you're going through the void there through the fucking Alessa's nightmare, and then it's plays this like hopeful style music with like a really down tone. And that's what it is, because you know, like, you're there, you reach your end goal, but you know that any result you get is not actually good. So, I hope that I explained that properly. But actually a lot of songs I could break down like that. But Silent Hill, I think, does the best job of, like, fully encapsulating what the game is in one theme song. It's truly amazing. The only one that does it better is the next song, and it is my favorite video game song of all time. It gets me every time. Right now, I couldn't even listen to the whole song on camera. I'd be so uncomfortable that, like, my face would get flushed and stuff. I'm going to see Video Games Live April 13th. I'm going to record it. Obviously, I'm going to put it right on YouTube. It will get me. I guarantee you. Craig Hill is not an emotional man. I am not an emotional man by any means. And this song just cheers it up. Metal Gear Solid 2 theme, orchestrated. That opener. Every damn time. I don't know what it is. It's got everything, man. This is another one I'm saying, like, I didn't want to ruin Metal Gear 2 while I was talking about it, but this also was very representative about Metal Gear 2 because it's like it starts off with the computer shit. You know what I mean? And like, granted, I'm not counting the tanker. I'm starting right with Raiden. Raiden's talking about he's the VR champ. You know what I mean? He's been through all these crazy VR trainings. He's the top of the class. Blah blah blah. So it's got the computer noises in the beginning, and it's got like the epic buildup of the hero, and then it goes into the erratic, you know. This music. It's like a quasi Metal Gear, which 2 kind of was. Oh. I fucking love that. And then the more you get into it. It's got that like techno beat to it, and without ruining, you know what? Fuck it. I wanted to ruin it so bad. It's kind of got like, not dubstep, but it's got a real like techno vibe to it, and I think that fits in perfectly with like going from Metal Gear 1 to 2 because Metal Gear 2 was just one big simulation in the big shell of Shadow Moses. So, it was just a big simulation for Raiden so that they can make more snakes. Pretty much what it was. So, it was kind of like, had the technology behind it. You know what I mean? Like, it was pretty much a big VR. A real-life VR. I know it doesn't make sense, a real-life VR, but you know what I'm saying. This, the breakdown. When you get to minute... What is it? 2 minutes, 50 seconds of this song is when it gets me. It's the breakdown. From this... It goes like dun dun na 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 na, and then it goes back into the theme, which I'll just let it play out. It won't get me now because I'm in front of the camera, but I'll drink water just in case. This part. Come on, does it make you feel like a hero? Come on. Get jazzed. If you're not already looking this up on YouTube to listen to it, I don't know what you're doing on my channel. Big one. So excited to see that shit live. But yeah, those are my 5 songs. Don't argue with me because it's mine. It's my list. You can't really change it. You can't be like, hey, I would have put this in here. I don't care. It's my list. Thank you guys for watching.